Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I Man here from the Block Runner, and today we're going to be talking about an NFT project called Bondly.
hmm
This
hmm
is this is the one that had Logan Paul, right? With
Yeah, I think we briefly glanced over it whenever Logan Paul was catching headlines. He generated a $5 million NFT sell in like the blink of an eye, basically. And he did it using Bondly.
yeah, that's huge. Anytime that you can sell $5 million in like a few minutes, that's a pretty solid business.
Only we've only seen that maybe from like a few different platforms in the NFT ecosystem, like from Flow for the
Nif-
top shots.
Nifty Gateway.
50 Gateway does has like similar, sales activity, and
Yeah,
there's other art platforms out there too, like Maker's Place and Known Origin. They also do, I think, some. Everyone has like their own twists as far as like their sales models, but for sure, Nifty Gateway is like has been the most successful with like their whole like whatever, however many minutes you're allowed to purchase and mint of these NFT drops. You know what I mean?
yeah. I remember visiting Bondly's website, and the first thing you would see is like Logan's face,
Yeah,
and
that did turn me off. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, for real.
Just because it's just I don't know. I mean, Logan. It's not like he's a bad guy or per se. He's just too famous to where it just feels like he's definitely just capitalizing at any opportunity he can, like off of his own brand, right? He's kind of like a young Trump or something like that.
Yeah,
You know,
and he's doing exactly what he should be doing.
he is, but it
And
just yeah, you're right.
going back to Logan Paul, like being on the homepage, you go to Bondly Finance now and you see, Pelix collection, right? And then at the top it sees Polka Pets project. So it looks like this is sort of like an evolving site. Like it depends on like what's going to be dropping next. That's what you see on the homepage. S-
Exactly. Yeah.
So like for example, the project kind of being highlighted here, other than Pelix collection, is Polka project or Polka Pet.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the point of the Bondly ecosystem, I get, and it's not just an NFT minting platform. They come with a whole variety of like platform services and offerings. Like I don't know if they're fully built out yet, but they have plans of a DEX. They have plans of like NFT swapping. They have plans of even like what looks like an insurance protocol for your NFTs. I'm not sure. It's called like Bondly Protect.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So like these guys are really trying to corner many different angles of the NFT industry. And one important one we haven't even talked about yet is the launchpad aspect.
Yeah, so before we get there, let's take a look at the price. So it's a market
Yeah.
cap of 95 million, so it's pretty decent, decently big.
Mhm.
And if you max out the chart here, it was hovering around 11 cents, 12 cents, and then I think at the end of January, it kind of exploded a little bit, not like a real explosion like we've seen, like for example in Decentraland. So it went up and it dipped, and now it's sort of coming back. So it's at a reasonable price right now. Um,
Yeah, this is one hell of a price. Like 90 million and nowadays is
is
that's
like,
that's that's micro cap these days. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That is a huge opportunity for anybody. Like for
for the
just
speculator, essentially.
yeah, but just the potential of what this platform can produce is pretty. It's infinite. It's in the similar sense that Decentraland is infinite, right? This Bondly NFT ecosystem will never run out of content to sell ever.
Yeah.
So that equals. I mean, that's just one powerful business model. So these guys, if they capitalize and execute on their vision, then it seems like they don't have any difficulty like onboarding influencers. They got Logan Paul, arguably one of the highest valued influencers on the planet right now,
That's
and
right.
they got him.
That's right.
That only means like all the other influencers out there in the world saw that. They saw that this guy just made $5 million in a flash of an eye. They want a piece of that action too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So as a speculator, you kind of have to like think, oh shit, like more than likely you're gonna see just tons and tons of influencers pumping NFTs out to their communities, and it's just, I mean, shit. That's one hell of an opportunity, you know?
Yeah, so like you said, they have a launch pad and they also have sort of like their own decks. And it seems to me that this is a place where anybody's interested in an NFT, like from Logan Paul, they go straight to Bondly Finance and they have all the tools necessary to interact with blockchain without having to jump around to these different protocols and different websites to get tokens. And for example, here's the swap protocol that they have. And here you can swap Bondly to ETH. I don't think there's a fiat on ramp here. So You do have to jump around a little bit to get to this point, but nonetheless, if you've used Uniswap, it's the same kind of idea here.
Mm.
So what can you do with this Launchpad? So participants access to public sales of hot projects prior to Uniswap listing. What does that sound like, iMan?
Polkastarter.
Yeah. So this is sort of like the Polkastarter to the NFT realm, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And this enables projects to communicate and engage with their communities through an interactive fundraising process powered by NFT. And then it brings unique utility to a partner project's ecosystem through NFTs. And it provide holders of partner project NFTs tier 1 benefits within Bondly's ecosystem.
Yeah, we're starting to see that. So this is going to become a legitimate like funding arm for a lot of future crypto projects, because now crypto projects have a new additional like marketing angle to onboard their community.
Yeah.
And like pre-launch, so not only are they raising money from the token sell just directly, but they're selling these NFTs and they're funding their projects through this avenue. And in return, you as an NFT buyer, well, this is like pure speculation. I don't really know if this is how it's going to go down, but more than likely, if you're holding, like say for Polka Pets, for example, you're holding a Moonbeam NFT, more than likely, once this parachain IDO happens, I think that's what they call them, right? Or IPO?
IDO.
Initial parachain offering.
IPO. Oh, yeah. IPO. Yeah.
Yeah. So more than likely, they're going to allocate a small percentage of tokens to these NFT holders. And I think that's what they mean by adding like a new layer of utility for these partner projects, that they didn't have before.
So they have these tiers, right? Tier 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that if you go to the website, scroll all the way down, that's what these tiers represent, right? 50K, 100K, 200K, and 350K Bondly. So at 100K Bondly, I mean, that's what? $64,000. So that's not nothing, right? So
how many? What's keep? Sorry, I missed. Full disclosure, I am a Bondly token holder now, so
yeah,
I'm very interested on these tiers. So what's the now? Oh crap, dude, you need a lot of these tokens, man.
Yeah,
you're right. This is not cheap.
So yeah, that's $64,000 to get to the silver tier, and half of that for Bondly. So if you go,
they made this a little too steep, man. That's intense.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is expensive.
Yeah.
So, but this breaks down, this article, links will be in the description, but it breaks down what tier you're going to be in and therefore what you get. So, for example, in the first tier, which is 50,000 Bondly, guaranteed monthly NFT drop. So I don't know what that means, that you're guaranteed to get the NFT or you're guaranteed access to potentially purchase the NFT. I'm not sure what that means. Lottery-based allocation for remaining premium and standard NFTs, APY rewards on first 50K Bondly tokens, and requirements. Hold 50K Bondly tokens in wallet and stake 1 BCCG NFT. And what is that? That is
trading card game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have, I guess they created their own NFT product through their platform just to kind of get things kickstarted, right? And right away they're adding utility to these NFTs, which is you have to have them in order to, participate in this tier structuring.
Yeah, and then look at this. The same value add that Polkastarter gives to projects is the same value add that they give. So an example is they sold out in 60 seconds with a combined volume of $140,000. So in case you were wondering, is $140,000 a lot for a project? The answer would be no. And this is really a marketing standpoint, strategy, a marketing strategy.
It's good PR, and it's a good way to kickstart your community onboarding. Like for a lot of projects, before they IDO, their communities just kind of start off very small and very niche. It's not until you hit the mass awareness of like entering one of these eyeball aggregators like a Polkastarter, like a Pools, any of these incubator platforms. That's when all of a sudden, mass market awareness happens and people rush in to join your Discord. They want to join your Twitter. They want to follow you. Because now they're personally invested,
Yeah.
They got skin in the game. So now they're interested,
Yeah. And so this is a really good article to read. It was just posted February 9th, so about a little bit over a month ago. But let's take a look at what they have here. So in this bond swap, you can add liquidity. So all the different liquidity pools here, and looks like everything is like 100%. It's pretty good for the most part.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
So is this like a general purpose DEX, or this is specifically just like for bond token?
I think this is specifically for No, I think it's everything.
That's crazy. Dude, what are these
Bondly,
guys doing,
NCTs.
man? They're trying to take over the world. It looks like they want to do it all.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Let me read.
Well, I mean, make with that like judge that on an individual basis. Like this, that's definitely ambitious as fuck. I think they're. I've already seen enough just from the NFT launchpad aspect and like just the NFT minting itself, and the fact that they're adding in all these additional services and stuff. Like, man, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it is a lot. And
it's very ambitious. Yeah.
I find it interesting that the very top of Bondly page is Polkapets. And if you click on this, it'll take you to OpenSea, which shows all the different pets there. I'm not sure why it's not, I mean, it was just there. So what's going on?
OpenSea might be down.
It could be, but man, we were just there. What the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. We can cut this out. Anyway, so yeah, they have Polkapets. They have the Bondly collectible card game, right? And that's what you stake. So this is Bondly's NFT. That's what you stake along with your tier in order to be allocated and fulfill the requirements for the NFT drops.
Yeah. Powered by Polkadot, another very important feature ad to account for.
That's true.
So,
Let me go back to that. We kind of skipped over that. So no, it's down here. Yeah, this project is powered by Polkadot.
mm-hmm.
So it's a native substrate blockchain is designed to support the lowest cost transfer for assets. So I guess a lot of these NFTs will be interoperable within the Polkadot ecosystem. So
and probably the broader crypto market as that's one of Polkadot's like primary features is its bridging capabilities to Ethereum and abroad, you know.
That's
Polkadot,
right.
it's a freaking great. We've been ultra bullish on Polkadot, so yeah, it is good to see like this NFT project choosing Polkadot as like their destination for launch, you know.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they get onto Polkadot because they need to get a parachain slot. And I don't know if they're going to go directly into Polkadot or are they going to use something like Moonbeam or...
Yeah, more than likely Moonbeam, yeah. Maybe like one of the partnered parachains that they have will probably facilitate the transactions for them, you know. So yeah, they'll wait for Moonbeam or Plasm to secure their slot and then integrate with that protocol, you know.
Yeah,
And
so all of their interactions right now are happening on the Ethereum network. And then their development, quarter one, quarter two, is Kusama, Polkadot, and Darwinia.
mm-hmm.
And then they're going to add Trust Chain, Cardano. Look at that, Cardano, dude. That's the first time I see a project on, looking to get onto Cardano. But it makes sense because they just dropped their smart contract platform. So that's good.
Yeah. So Cardano is making moves, dude. So
yeah, it is.
Apology Video Inc.
Yeah, incoming. Yeah, so we got the launch pad, then they have the staking, Bondly staking program. Staking is a flexible staking contract for ERC20 tokens. So leveraging sort of the DeFi component to the craze that happened earlier at the end of 2020, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And we're probably going to see again. There it is, Moonbeam. Here's the team. So we got Brandon Smith, and they got a huge team. I mean, these guys are well funded.
Yeah, well funded, well networked. Like these guys, sounds like they have everything you need for like, you know, pretty successful future. And they're cornering something new. You know, they're leveraging the fact that NFTs are primarily what's fueling this bull market right now. Like more so than DeFi these days. There's more mainstream engagement and interest with the NFT market. So
yeah,
they're kind of taking it to the next level. Like, you know, they're taking the NFT ecosystem and kind of like incorporating some DeFi elements into it.
Yeah,
which is only gonna make it, you know, better. You know, that's kind of like what I said. I've been saying this for so long, dude. As soon as the NFT community figures out a way how to leverage that liquidity aggregation that DeFi has perfected,
that's right.
That's whenever the NFT industry explodes.
I totally agree.
And we're starting to see it here. This is the first example. One of the first examples.
Yeah. So here you have a little like Polkapets, you know, I guess representing a particular project. Here's Moonbeam, for example.
Yeah. So if you're bullish on Moonbeam, you might want to speculate on some of these and have some of these in your wallet, you know, in case like this is one of the whitelisting requirements to get in on that IPO.
That's right. That's right.
Just in case. It hasn't been announced, but you kind of got to think like if you were launching a token, what would you do, you know? So think on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of like the entire design of Bondly is that utility function of these NFTs.
Exactly.
And then the cool thing is that they can add additional functionality later on if it makes sense.
Hmm.
So there's a huge speculation component to Bondly and their marketplace.
Yeah, and the Polka pets, they just look cool as fuck. I like them. Like it's great artwork. You know, there's actually collector value to these as these projects become more valuable
Yeah,
over time. These origin NFTs are going to be more valuable themselves. You know, like imagine if Tree. We made a video on Tree like a couple weeks ago.
mm-hmm.
If this becomes the standard protocol for decentralized identity into the future 4 or 5 years from now, we all you have Tree accounts for our on-chain identities. These freaking NFTs, there's only 400 of them, right?
That's right.
Yeah, dude, come on. You need, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. They're
Yeah.
gonna be so valuable, dude. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and so here's the actual marketplace for Bondly, and here's two projects that completely sold out, right? 400 tokens for or 400 NFTs for each type of token here, Ethereum and Bondly,
Mm-hmm.
and look at the price, 15 ETH, right? If you go back to Unis,
0.15 ETH, right?
yeah, sorry, 0.15, 0.15.
Yeah.
And some of these Litten Tree NFTs were going for like 4 ETH. Here's 10 ETH, 4.25, 12 ETH.
The hell?
Yeah, but I think these are bundles, so that's not a good representation. But nonetheless, it's a floor higher than the initial price, right?
Yeah, but still rather affordable, like in context of the majority of NFTs out there. Like we saw these crypto cats that apparently just came out of nowhere. People just found them like, oh shit, there's this project that apparently is like older than CryptoKitties itself.
Yeah.
They went from like a half ETH valuation to over 100 ETH, like literally in hours, you know.
Yeah.
As soon as that speculative wave caught on, like it disseminated throughout all of social media, it's game over, dude. These things have like insane appreciation value to them, you know, just because they're so limited. You know, there's only 400 of them. You know what I mean? There's not 4 billion like a lot of these crypto tokens. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, this is a really interesting project. I think it definitely has some potential to like really explode in the sense of the utility aspect of these NFTs. So this is cool. All right, that counts for the video today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate the likes and the subscriptions from all of you. Make sure you comment. Let us know what you think about Bondly. Follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner and also at MetaZone.io, and we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.